I've long been fascinated by the Tibetan culture and have found so much inspiration in it. And that was especially true during during pregnancy and prenatal bonding in particular, and in the postpartum period with both of my kids. So regarding prenatal bonding, which is essentially the idea of connecting with your child before they're born, the Tibetans have the belief that you must fill your baby with love before they're born, and this helps to ensure that they entered this very strange new world with deep reserves of assurance and comfort that can soothe and support them as, again, they adjust to life outside of the womb. And a baby in utero at around 20 weeks gestation, they can actually hear you. So it's not just, connecting on an energetic level, but they can literally hear you at about 20 weeks gestation. They can feel the intention in your touch. They can taste, some of the flavors in the food that you eat. And again, going back to that energetic connection, just focusing on sending your baby love and light, it does something. It makes a difference. And this is also really helpful because, number one, this prenatal bonding will make your baby feel like less of a stranger. It's weird birthing somebody you've never met before. It's like a lot of moms do have that instant connection, or a lot of parents have that instant connection, but sometimes not. And I can understand why. It's like you birth this person, and now they're going to be with you 24/7. They're your everything, likely, but you've never seen them, you don't know them, so it's strange. So doing this prenatal bonding can really be helpful in helping you forge that connection before they arrive. And it also helps you contemplate how this new little person will fit into your life, because you've probably settled into your patterns, to your social groups, to the diaperless landscape of your life if this is your first child. And the idea of bringing a brand new human onto the scene is daunting. And when I first started feeling my son move in the womb about 10 years ago now, I was just like in total awe. I was so excited, and I started daydreaming about what he might look like and what we might do together and what I might name him. And then my brain started to like cycle into like, but what if I don't know how to take care of him? Who am I to bring a baby into the world? And started to like create all of this fear. And so the idea of prenatal bonding brought me back into the present moment. I stopped jumping forward. I instead connected on feeling my baby inside of me, focusing on my five senses and talking to him, singing to him, really, really dropping into the present moment with him. So I encourage you to take a page from the Tibetans, and you don't have to be constantly talking to your baby or trying to bond, but at least once a day, taking a moment to talk to them, rub your belly, again, envisioning sending that love and really putting in the effort to bond with them now. So again, you're a step ahead in regards to bonding once they're out in this world. All right, the other thing that I so love about the Tibetan culture is the emphasis on rituals. And so the Tibetans, they believe that the spirit of their culture is passed through the rituals of childbirth. And so they partake in these rituals, so their heritage is passed from generation to generation. And they do things like chant affirmations, burn incense, beat drums and cymbals, receive blessings from monks. And there's this really auspicious nature to these rituals, and they serve to enhance the belief that women have this heightened connection to the spiritual realm during pregnancy and especially childbirth. And they have these ceremonies that support mothers to be in heightening that connection with the kind of the spirit realm and with their higher power in particular. And unfortunately, in at least the American culture, that type of ritual isn't awfully firmly embedded. I mean, of course, there's some communities that have beautiful rituals, but it's not necessarily something many of us are raised on. So, but you can change that. You can change that, right? So you can start to infuse, these really beautiful rituals to help to connect you to this higher power, to the spiritual realm during your pregnancy by reciting really beautiful affirmations, listening to really beautiful chanting or even doing chanting yourself. Finding little tokens of love that can represent, your love for your baby, like a special rock or shell. And every time you touch it, just think about that connection with your baby. Having, really aromatic scents. You can do incense. For some pregnant women, incense is too much for them. So even just utilizing some of your favorite essential oils, putting them into a diffuser, listening to really like soul-soothing music, and just doing anything that creates this tone of blessing and can deepen your experience of bringing a new human into this world, enhancing your appreciation, your reverence for this journey that you're on, and just allowing you again to like really sink into it, to really feel it. We focus so much on all the to-dos during pregnancy, like buying diapers, making sure we set up the nursery, but often we don't spend as much time looking at the deeper purpose to what it means to us to bring this baby into the world. So I recommend really leaning into that. And you can also start rituals now during pregnancy that you can carry on after your baby is born. For example, you might have a ritual of going on a really early morning walk every day and really just like tuning into the nature around you. You can start doing that with your baby. If they're an early riser, just take them on that morning walk, or even just like getting a hot cup of tea and just watching the sunrise. It doesn't have to be a ritual at dawn, obviously. It can be any time of the day, but creating this one ritual, or at least one ritual that you do every single day. And even if it's just for like 5 minutes, that's your time to drop in and to connect with your baby, whether they're still in the womb or out in the world. And to just really allow it to strengthen that bond. And one of the rituals, a postpartum specific ritual that I was really drawn to and I practice with my daughter, I wish I did with my son, is staying in or around the house for the first 40 days of the baby's life and keeping them in dim, low lighting, and just allowing for this like really slow integration for both of you, for them integrating into this new world, and for you integrating with kind of this new world that you're in as well, because you've never lived in a world where your baby existed as well. So it's a big change for both of you. So just allowing yourself and the baby to gently ease in by staying in and around the house, not having a lot of visitors, just keeping it really chill for those first 40 days. I would love to hear about any rituals that you find helpful during pregnancy, childbirth, early motherhood if you've already had your babies. So please let me know in the comments below.